Hey guys, Jenny here from Oil This Community. We're continuing in our series of oils and 108, where we're teaching you how you can use your oils for just about anything. And today we are continuing our series in the chakra clearing, the chakra series, the 7 energy centers of the body. And today we are up at chakra 6 into Ajna, right? Seeing. And we're diffusing today lemongrass and clary sage. So this is our ability, then Ajna, to see beauty in all things, right? So if you picture, if you're in the woods and you see this beautiful flower, or like sun shining in from the trees, and you see this image and you're just awestruck by the beauty of it, you're like, ah. We want to capture that image in our brain, okay? And a great practice to do when you're in the woods like that, or walking and seeing something, even if it's a beautiful artwork, right? You look at it and you just let it fully come into your consciousness, and then you close your eyes. And you notice if you can see the light, like I can actually see the light of the camera, of the window, and I can see it in my imagery. And so you would continue to open up the eyes, let that image come in, take it in fully, and then close the eyes and let it really solidify into your consciousness. Okay. So today's practice is all going to be about the drishti gaze point. We are moving from what was once a solid single pointed down in the root chakra, and we opened it up into polarity, and then opening it into the breath and into the throat. And now we're actually coming back into single pointedness, because this is what's preparing us for meditation, right? So now we come back into that single pointed focus where we find our drishti, which is our gaze point, and we stare in our yoga practice at one point on the floor or at one point at the wall, right? Not looking into a mirror, not caring about how it looks, right? But we're trying to picture, right? We have this light, the shushumna, which you could picture it encapsulating your entire spine, just right in the center of your body. And we're going to picture it today shooting down into the earth, right? And then shooting straight up into the heavens, like never stopping, just continuing shining our light, okay? So today we're going to do our Kundalini exercise, and then go into a short eye meditation and into the practice, okay? So follow along. Breathe in deep. Start to allow your body to line up, energy center on top of energy center. And this is the chakra 6, Ajna, the light energy center, where we will work on illumination, insight, guidance, and wisdom. We're going to start off with some eye exercises here. So look up to the top upper left and look down to the low right. Look up to the top left, look down to the bottom right. Keep doing this at your own pace, about 5 times. And then when you're done with this about 5 times, you're going to just close your eyes for a moment in the middle and go from the upper right down to the bottom left. So just switch the sides about 5 times. Upper right, lower left. And then from here, we're going to look left and right. And so you're not really trying to look at anything along the way, and yet you are looking at everything, right? But we're not focusing on everything. So we're just going left and right with our gaze, left and right. Really not focusing on anything much, just kind of noticing subtly
along the way, just kind of what's in the pathway. When you're done with horizontal, we're going vertical, so looking up and looking down. Again, not trying to focus specifically on any one thing, just looking up and looking down. Once you've done about 5 of those, we're starting in circles. And so again, it doesn't matter, maybe clockwise at first. Try to reach to the outside circles of your entire eye socket. And just kind of rolling your eyes around the perimeter. And when you've done that about 5 times, go the opposite way. Good. And when you're done that, go ahead and just start to come back onto your mat. Start to get up to the top of your mat. Maybe use blocks. Root down through your feet. Lift up all the way through your hands and come into mountain. We're going to stay here for a moment with our fingers in steeple pose. So coming all the way up with steeple. And we're starting to draw a line in this chakra, starting to draw a line. The wall is a little bit in my way here, but that's okay. If you do not have a wall, make sure you reach your fingers all the way out. Once you get your feet down to your feet, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to down dog. It's funny how this is the chakra of clarity, and yet we have blurry vision in this chakra. In this video, it'll clear up in a moment. So reach down through the fingertips and up through the hips, right? And this chakra is also associated with the pineal gland, right? So by doing some inversions in this chakra, even in our down dog, we can start to focus on the blood coming into our brain, okay? When you're ready, start to reach forward into your lunge, and either using the blocks or fingertips on the mat, you're just going to start to kind of bounce off that back foot, just coming into a modified warrior 3 here. And if it feels good to you, reaching the hands forward in this line, I want you to start to picture this line of light, right? You can bend the front knee, really root down, start to pick up that back leg, and picture this line of light from the fingertips all the way down through. Now, when you're ready, keep that foot lifted if you can. You can drop it anytime if you need support. We're going to bring that left leg around and hug it around our front leg if you can. If you can't, just drop the foot down. And if our left leg is on top, then our right arm is going to come on top and squeeze, hold the shoulders. And if you can release and bring the elbows together and the hands together, go for that. Really focusing on your drishti gaze. When you're ready to come out, you just slowly step that back foot back, coming into your crescent lunge, and exhale all the way back down. Now start to hop that back foot forward. We're coming into Parsvottanasana, our intense side stretch of the west. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Now what we're doing here is we're going to start to come up all the way. Reach the fingers all the way to the ceiling in steeple pose. Gaze at the fingers. And then exhale, very slowly draw a line all the way down. It's a little hard to balance here. Usually we just kind of let our drishti go anywhere, but we're going to keep our gaze on our fingers here as we stay in this Parsvottanasana stretch. And then as you exhale out of the pose, you're going to keep your gaze on the fingertips in that steeple pose as you come all the way back out. Inhale and exhale, release the hands, step to the front of your mat. Right, once again, root down to lift up, bring your hands in steeple, little back bend like you're drawing a line, and then exhale, fold all the way down. Hopefully a wall is not in your way. And then as you root down to Uttanasana, release, inhale, lift and lengthen, plant the hands, Uttanasana, and step back to downward facing dog. Right, from here, becoming symmetrical, going ahead and stepping left foot through into a lunge shape at first, and then start to bounce off that back foot, that back leg, and coming into your version of a warrior 3. You can also do Dekasana, which is airplane arms, right? We call that airplane pose with our hands back behind us, palms down. If it feels good though, go right into a warrior, really stretching forward through the fingertips and then really reaching back through the heel like you're stepping on something. Strong left leg here. Great. And then as you keep your drishti gaze, a huge part of this energy center, right? Focusing the gaze, wrap your right thigh around your left and maybe wrap the foot around the back of the calf. If not, just drop it. And left arm on top of right. Go ahead, hug the shoulders, keep it there. If you can release the hands and let the hands come together, great. Finding that gaze even through this hand structure. Staring there. Go ahead, release out. Step back into a crescent. I have a little arthritis in my back foot, so my foot doesn't always want to bend if I'm having a bad pain day. And then as you exhale out of that crescent shape, right, find some intuitive movement here. You're going to come back down to Parsvottanasana. So hop that back foot forward about a foot or two. So all 10 toes are facing pretty much forward. The hips are square. You can stay here, right, if you're working on your balance. And if you can, lift the gaze, lift the hands into steeple, gaze at the fingertips, and then exhale, draw that line all the way back down. Keeping your gaze focused on the fingertips, keeping the fingertips, right, clasped, touching rather throughout the whole pose, maintaining that drishti gaze. Beautiful. And then draw the line back up as you open all the way up. Inhale and exhale. Come on out. We're going to do a little vinyasa here. So moving the blocks out of the way, rooting down through the feet to inhale all the way up, right? Cleaning that slate all the way down, drawing that line, right? Continuing that beautiful focus. And then inhale, lift to lengthen. Exhale, we'll step back to down dog. Wipe that slate clean as we roll through a vinyasa. Inhale, glide forward into high plank. You can roll through chaturanga or drop the knees here. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right, that eagle and crescent pose system that we just did develops focus of the third eye, develops willpower. From here, we're going to drop the hands and knees. We're going to come into a dolphin pose, right? So to set this up, bring the elbows under your shoulders, and to make sure that you're in the right structure, you can hold your elbows for a second and then clasp your hands. Now, when you clasp your hands, make sure both pinkies have some floor space so they're not crushing each other. And when you're ready, rooting down through the forearms, tuck the toes, lift those hips up to your dolphin pose. Stay here. If you're shaking, just kind of let it happen. If you can walk your feet in, great. All right, stay here as long as it's comfy. Now, if you'd like to work on this, you can pause the video and do this a few more times. For purposes of the timing of this video, we are going to go into a deeper version of dolphin as we set up for a modified forearm stance. So you can grab a block, bring your forefinger and thumb, that corner, into the block, right? And we're just tucking the toes and lifting the hips again into this version of dolphin to strengthen the upper back. Right, the arms and shoulders, a great prep for all inversions, also stimulates the brain. Now here we're going to set up for handstand, and this is actually going to be a quick version. So if you want to just stop for a moment and watch the video, this is a good time to actually, after you watch this, pause the video and stay here for a little bit because I'm only going to do one side. So see how you set up your feet, your bum against the wall, and you bring your feet forward. You see where the heels of your feet are, and you put your heels of your hands there instead. Start to do a down dog shape. Press your foot into the wall right where your hips are, the length of your hips. You can put 2 feet into the wall here or bring one foot foot up to the ceiling. Push both feet into the wall, stay here, or exhale, release down. And then go ahead and pause the video and do that again and do it to both sides if you can. If not, you can just do one side like I did. Okay. Good. So here we're setting up for lunge and lunge twist. So setting your blocks up, you can drop the back knee, untuck the toe, bringing that right knee forward into lunge. Maybe you stay here. Just check in with your body. Check in, stay here. You can just bring that steeple hand shape into formation and stay there. Right, release down, tuck the back toe, lift the knee. We're going to set up for a little twist, and I'll do a modified version here. So bringing the left elbow on the other side, on the outside of the right knee. You can grab a block and just keep your right hand there. And if you have cranky shoulders, you can just bring the hand behind you or keep the hand on the hip. If you have shoulders that feel pretty open today, squeeze the shoulder blades in, bring that right arm, hand to the sky, and then exhale, release this, come out of it. Do what you need to in the middle. Down dog is a favorite. Great pose to just find neutral, or you can come down to your knees. So go ahead and bring the left foot forward into lunge. All right, just kind of move forward and back. Feel the space that your legs are moving in. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, setting up for your lunge here. Maybe bring the hands up on the knee. Maybe the hands come up and draw that Sushumna line once again. Just reaching up to the heavens with that light, and picture your tailbone reaching down. Exhale, release the hands. Tuck the back toe. Lift into your lunge. And we'll come and do a twist lunge on this side. Bring your right elbow on the outside of your knee. You can bring hands in prayer here, so both hands can come together, but I like to use the block and then bring my left hand away from me, or bend the elbow and bring it on the hip. And of course, if it's in your practice to lift the hand, go for that. Remove the blocks, step back to downward facing dog. Right, you can do a modified vinyasa here just one more time to clean the slate. Rooting down with the hands by the chest, roll the shoulders back, lift the belly, lift the knees, and stay here for a moment with your drishti gaze. Stay here in a meditative state in your cobra, almost picturing that third eye space from the middle of your head forward. We're going to lift back through hands and knees all the way into child's pose. Right, really connecting that third eye space here with the floor, massaging it here. Now the clary sage that we're diffusing today is a great oil for clarity and vision. It helps us in changing our perception. It gives us courage to see the truth. Right, this sixth energy center dispels this oil helps to dispel darkness. Right, helps us to see our limiting beliefs. If you are someone with the inability to set goals, clary sage would be a great oil for you. And then lemongrass is cleansing. It's a powerful cleanser of energy, and it cleanses negative energy from our spiritual eyes. So as we're letting go of stagnant energy, grasping onto the past, we have the new ability to see with greater clarity with lemongrass.
There you have it, a little intro to the sixth chakra, the third eye chakra energy center. So again, if you'd like to have the clary sage and lemongrass as part of your home practice to diffuse, it's a great way to get the essential oils right into the pineal gland and the limbic brain, right, while we are doing our yoga practice, so that we have that beautiful association of remembering, the gaze point, the drishti, every single time we work on this energy center. You can use clary sage or lemongrass depending on your state of your sixth chakra. So stay tuned for the next edition of Oils in 108. Until next time, bye-bye.